What's up guys, Peter here from Reviews on Anything, and today we're looking at a potentially really interesting product, namely the NURSAL Percussion Action Massager with heat. Now, as you might know from earlier videos, in my daily life I'm a personal trainer and I like to work out a lot myself as well, which obviously leads to lots of small little pains, sorenesses and so on. So usually I try to get like a proper deep tissue massage at least once a month, preferably every 3 weeks. But the problem with that is obviously that it is expensive. If you get a good massage, that'll easily set you back 90 to 100 euros for a little over an hour, which is, you know, no matter how you twist and turn it, a lot of money if you do that on a very regular basis. So in come products like these, a handheld massager for at home. This will set you back around 40 bucks on Amazon, so it's not too bad. And this promises to sort of offer a lot of things that a massage offers you. It has 6 attachments, variable speed control, ergonomic handle, and it is for sports, recovery, health and life. So you can work on little sorenesses, little pains all throughout your body. And this one is particularly interesting because, as you can maybe see by the picture, it is quite long, as you'll also see later in the video. So you can actually target hard to reach places as well by yourself without the use of a second person. So we're going to see if this is actually worth it and does what it promises to do. And if it can maybe even replace a full-on massage. I'm skeptical, but I'm happy to be surprised by what it can do. So let's first do a quick unboxing and then we'll actually see this in action. Alright, let's kick things off with a little unboxing of this NURSAL Percussion Action Massager with heat. You can tell by the handle here on the top is that it's sort of a briefcase style box. I'm not really sure why they've done that, because this box is not going to be used for transporting the unit afterwards. But, you know, nice attempt, I suppose, to look fancy. The only thing that they forgot is to use fancy materials, because this is a very nasty, cheap cardboard that they use for the box, so that's actually quite too bad. What is nice though is that the unit is displayed here on the front, loud and clear, so you know what you're getting, and all the included attachments are also displayed here with a little explanation on what they do. So that's quite nice, 100% satisfaction, we'll see about that in a little bit. Not much else, you get the contents of the box on the side, same thing actually as the front on the back of the box, and here you have again the same contents of the box and a little coating on the back, made in China, all is well. Let's see what is inside. Opening it up, and you're greeted with more nasty materials, it's sort of styrofoam or whatever it might be. You get a little manual and actually something that they have other products that they sell, and how to contact them, so that's always nice, I suppose. Not much in the manual, just how to use the unit, I suppose. Nice and simple. And then we have the unit itself, which is quite large, as you can see. But that is in many ways a good thing, because it allows you for a good reach, because you're going to use this to massage your muscles, of course. And for example, in your neck and your back, you want to be able to reach the muscles. And it's nice and heavy, so that is a bit of confidence coming there that the motors in here will be strong enough to actually do proper massaging. And not much here on the underside. It's nice and black, and it's a bit of a soft touch plastic, so it's not as hard as up here. You have the speed dial and the power dial here, so you can control how fast the pulsation is happening, and down here you have a heat on and off button, and this light will probably light up, where you can turn on the heat function. This bottom part here is where you attach all your various attachments that come in the box as well, so you have all kinds of fancy looking probes, I would almost say. You can see 2 holes in here. Those are actually power pins, and they connect to these here, because obviously this one will be for heating, and there's a bigger version as well. Only these 2 actually heat up, the other 2 don't. So that is actually all you get in the box, just the different attachment pieces and the unit itself. So let's get to work and see if this actually does what it says on the tin. Alright, so time to test this out, and as you can already see, I don't really fit in the frame. But I thought I'd spare you the full frontal male nudity and show you on my forearm how this unit really works. So, like I said in the unboxing, this is the tip end where you attach the various attachments on. I got 2 here. This is the Point Roux and this is the heat massager. So we're going to test both of them out and see if they actually do any good. It's pretty simple, actually. You just click it on. I have to say, not the most confidence-inspiring mechanism. I would have liked to see something where you just turn it or twist it and click it in. But that is what we got. Now on the top here you have two interface parts, obviously the power and speed button and the heating button that we'll get to with this attachment. It sounds really exciting, the speed adjuster, sort of an infinite option of how fast you want the massage to be. But as we turn it on, this is the slowest mode. If you listen carefully, nothing really happens till all the way there. So there's nothing happening in the first half of the rotation. And then it goes a bit faster. And then it goes a bit faster again. So it only really has 3 speed settings and not an infinitely adjustable setting. So that is first sort of minor point there. You can see that the head is hammering away. That is the percussion part of the massage, I suppose. So let's see what that actually does. You hold it here, a bit like sort of an oversized old school phone horn, I suppose. But let's see what we can do here. You can see that my arm starts shaking quite a lot. Turn up the speed a little. Not bad. You can actually quite get into the muscle, especially small muscles like your forearm, which is not too bad. It is quite a hard, intense feel though, and I have to say that the knob here doesn't really slide that easy, but you can, I'll turn it off a little bit, because this is sort of a fine point, you can easily target exactly where you want to be in the massage. So that is actually quite good, I suppose. I don't think this will work really well with bigger muscles like your legs or your butt maybe, because you can't go far enough into it, but for that you have other tools. Because the handle is so long and the massage element is on the end, it obviously makes it easy to reach over your shoulder and behind your back for those sort of hard to reach spots. The only problem is that applying pressure from this far away is quite hard. You have to really put quite a lot of force in it in order to get the force translated into the muscle that you're trying to target. So that is both, you know, an upside and a downside of the longer design. It feels kind of nice in the hand though, especially with the sort of softer touch plastic used on the bottom. It is sort of sharply ridged though here on the handle, so that, as far as I'm concerned, could have been a bit rounded. It doesn't really feel that comfortable to hold. But that is so the massage feature by itself. Now let's try the heat feature. As you can see, there's pins here that slide into the slots over there, so that should provide some heating. Again, pushing it in is not really confidence inspiring, but let's see what it does. So the heat button is just on and off, there's no heat regulation. And as you can see, the LED lights up. Let's do the forearm again, see how that... that's the same problem actually, the hammering is not comfortable at this speed. Let's turn it up, that's much better already. As you can see, I have to grip it up here to apply the pressure, so that's definitely not ideal in terms of handle design. It feels more like a kitchen appliance actually, like this. Well, so far no heat. It's not getting warm at all. The benefit of this sort of metalish underpart is that it slides a lot easier over the muscles and over the skin in general. The plastic black ones don't really do that well. But if this is your own tool, obviously you're gonna maybe use a little bit of oil to make the action a bit smoother. Oh, there's the heat. Takes a while, but now I start to feel a little bit of warmth coming through. This is actually quite okay, that you can really find the points where the muscle hurts and then just massage it. And since you have such a large surface area to work with on this particular tool, that actually makes it comfortable. Yeah, the heat element is, well, I wouldn't say non-existent, but so far pretty unimpressive and I'd say almost pointless. It doesn't really heat up at all. If you use any kind of sort of essential oil with some kind of heat element in there, then you get more heat out of it than this thing. Let's turn it back off. Oh, when you turn it back off, the heat goes off by itself, so that's actually convenient. And when you turn it back on, the heat will also go back on. Alright, so conclusion time. What do we make of the NURSAL Percussion Action Massager with heat? No, I don't like this. It's not a very good product in my opinion. The massaging purely by itself, sort of nice I suppose. It's mostly vibration that you get, and you have to put the motor on the fastest setting in order to sort of enjoy it, otherwise it's a bit too much of a kind of feeling. The design itself also sounds like a good idea. You know, a long handle makes it easier for you to reach spots behind your back. That is in theory a good idea, but because the handle is so long and because the motor is so heavy on this end, it's very hard to actually put pressure on where you want it. And that's all you want really with a massage, pressure. You know, it's good to regulate pressure to your own liking, but if you want to push a little harder into bigger muscle groups, you're really going to have to hold it here at the end, sort of negating the whole shape. The heat element doesn't add anything, even when you leave it on for quite a bit longer than I did in the testing part of the video. It really doesn't heat up properly to give you any sort of extra benefit from it. Because in theory, again, it's a good idea, have some heat that stimulates blood flow in the muscle and obviously stimulates recovery, but it really doesn't add anything in this case other than sort of a slight feel of, oh, is it getting warm? But nothing like that. Build quality wise, you know, the motor only has 3 settings rather than infinite adjustment that it suggests. It's kind of too bad. The panel gap, kind of too bad. The way you attach the massage heads and take them off again, kind of too bad. So, you know, a lot of missed chances on what could have been a very interesting and nice product. But then again, for the money, you can't expect that much. But that said, you know, I don't really think I can recommend this. I don't like the percussion part. I don't like what it does, and I think it's an idea that could have been nice, but it's not executed properly. The idea stands though. I think a product like this that you have at home that you can use when you're an athlete like myself for small massages, things like forearms, calves, little pains to get them away. I think this definitely has a place. The idea has a place, but not in this form and form factor. This is Peter from Reviews on Anything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. That helps us out a lot. And I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!